This is Kailash from Crumpet, Chennai, Tamil Nadu. Now I'm going to share with you about a few interesting things about Indian national football team and Indian football. The Indian national football team was formed in 1930 when the British and India combined to form a football team, and that team toured all over the world for 11 years, which got a mixed reaction. So this turned out to be a success and paved the way for forming the All Indian Football Federation in 1948. In 1948, when the Indian National Football Federation was formed, this chose us- this turned out to be a success as they chose players from India only, not from other countries. But eventually, many of the states didn't get a chance as they were selected only from the football-loving states of such as Kerala, West Bengal, Northeast, etc. So this team toured all over the globe, and they got mixed outputs. But th- but that's a good. But after that, in 1950s to 1960s, they enjoyed a very good time in football history. In that time, India was considered one of the best Asian teams in football history. In when in that At that time, India was coached by the Hyderabadi Syed Abdul Rahim. During that period, they had won two Asian games, and they eventually finished fourth in the Summer Olympics of 1956. And that three is a very good result compared to today's national football team. So, the 1956 tournament was best known for Navy D Stouther's hat-trick against Australia in the quarterfinals. And yes, they had a very good organized defense, good organized midfield, which paved the way for many victories and positive outputs. Now, after 1960s, it was a thing quite thing of mysteries as they normally played up to 1970s. After 1970s, they began to decline. What they began to decline up. So in 1990s, the FIFA introduced the world rankings. At that time, during in the 1996, India achieved their highest ever FIFA ranking, that is 94th in the FIFA ranking table, which that is they we can say they enter the top 100 list of football teams. FIFA had, FIFA had put rankings for 250 teams. Out of that, India achieved 94th spot. We should celebrate that time. But unfortunately, we began to decline from that position due to some lack of matches, due to poor infrastructure of football in India. There are many causes. We can say it like a, what we say we can write in a paper. We can have some additional sheets, and also we can say that. So, in after 2000s, India started to decline, but also on the other side we can say there emerged some good players like Vachan Bhutia, I.M. Vijayan, Sunil Chetri. Out of the three I mentioned, the I.M. Vijayan. I.M. Vijayan is the only South Indian who entered the Indian national football team and that created a place for him in the football team. He played very well as in the role of defender, and he earned many respects from all his teammates, and also he won many awards. So mentioning about Bachchan Bhutia, he was a very good football player which India had in the declining age. In his under his captaincy in 2008, they had won the AFC Asian Cup, which eventually paved way for India to enter or book a ticket in 2011 AFC Asian Cup, which is the continent's biggest football tournament. And yes, they didn't play as much as they played in 2008 US Asian Cup. Eventually, they lost all of their group stage matches against Australia, South Korea, and Bahrain, respectively. After that, Sunil Chetri captained Indian national football team. Yes, when Sunil Chetri captained Indian football team, many things occur. That is, many miracles had occurred for Indian national football team. After 2015, after failing to qualify for the FIFA World Cup 2018, Indian football team started to rise, and they had more victories. More victories. Actually, I should say after the FIFA World Cup qualifiers, they won Puerto Rico, which was placed in the 102nd position. Actually, at that time, India declined to get into the bottommost ranking in FIFA table, that is, in 176th ranking. But they managed to defeat a team which is most is most is upper than the Indian football team, upper than them. So it is a good achievement for the Indian national football team, and some miracles happened on the way. And India managed to qualify for the AFC Asian Cup, in which was held in 2019 in UAE. So at that time, Stephen Constantine coached Indian national football team. He coached them very well. He made them strong as a unit. Actually, he instilled the spirit of fighting and spirit of non-fairness among the youths of Indian national football team. So that's where he stand, and we should congratulate him. Kudos to you, sir. And in AFC Asian Cup, they had won their first group stage match after 54 years. This is a big achievement for Indian national football team. They had won Thailand in their opener game, but eventually they lost to UAE and Bahrain, which is quite disappointing. So he Stephen Constantine resigned after the losses to UAE and Bahrain. So now there is a new coach. Oh, his name is Igor Stimac. He was appointed as national coach in May 2019. He coached before that. Stephen Constantine took players, and he didn't scout many new players for the national football team, as I think he had a fear that there will be no understanding between the players of national football team. I think so. But compared to Stephen Constantine, Igor Stimac scouted many players across the country and put them as in the probables list, and according to their working in the national camp and others, he started reducing to 23-man squad, and they give their squad for many tournaments, and eventually first it was a bitter loss. They got some bitter losses, but no matter how is that, but he told that after some losses, I am not selecting the team for now. I am selecting and breeding the team to get to taste and be strong for lifelong. So that's the spirit of Igor Stimac. So they had so now there is FIFA World Cup qualifiers on the way, and I hope Indian national football team will going to play very well. All the best Indian national football team. Now I'm going to conclude this session with a message that please, please people, don't only take cricket. Consider all the sports like football. I'm not only mentioning specifically about football. I'm saying all the sports in which India is involving, because they want they want your support. They are expecting your support, and they are trying to play very well and want to express themselves. So please guys, this is the time to change. and be the change. Thank you guys